What's up, guys? Welcome to the Crypto Savvy channel. I'm Craig, and we are going to go over the charts. We're going to take a look at Bitcoin. Then we're going to be taking a look at our Ethereum, Litecoin, and don't forget we are keeping a close eye on the BNB coin for Binance. As I've been talking about, I think Binance is in serious trouble. We'll take a look at that. We're also going to take a look at the Dow Jones and DXY. I'm going to zip through this real quick. Happy Friday. I want to wish everyone a great weekend. Sorry, a little late for the video this morning. Just sometimes it's hard to fit it in there. But anyways, we're going to be taking a look at what's going on in the markets. I'm going to show you why I believe there is a possibility that we don't see $20,000 Bitcoin again until 2024, possibly even 2025. Stick around. I'll show you the charts and why I think that is a possibility. Obviously, none of this is financial advice, nor is it a guarantee. But so far, things have been playing out the way we've pretty much expected it to all year on this channel. Since December 2nd, I posted a video. I'll leave that at the end. December 2nd, 2021, where it called all of this stuff, the crypto scam washout, which is what we're seeing. But anyways, let's dig into the charts. But before we do, make sure you smash those likes. Check out down below. If we have less than 1,000 likes, definitely make sure you smash those likes. And guys, if you would share this video, get it out if you belong to any groups or anything like that. It really does help support the channel. The more you get it out, the more people that can get this information. So I do appreciate it. We've been talking about the biggest money grab in history. And I still think that is in effect in all markets. And we'll take a look at that also. So anyways, again, thanks for watching. Don't forget, leave your comments down below. Let me know what you think. Oh, so this is the weekly RSI down here, right on the weekly chart, guys. There's no reason to be bullish here. This is a macro downtrend. The bottom will most likely take quite some time to actually have a reversal. So if you think you're going to miss out on great opportunity down here, although it's possible, I really don't see it. I think you'll have plenty of time to buy the bottom if that's what you're trying to do. To try to get the exact bottom, though, there's no reason for that. There's going to be plenty of time. It's not going to shoot up in a V-shaped recovery, right? Unless, the powers that be say Bitcoin is our new currency worldwide, and that's it, then it may shoot up. But other than that, I don't see it just shooting straight up like people seem to think. And the 4-year cycle, I think, is going to get squashed. Although it'll be a 4-year cycle, right? I just don't think it'll hit a new all-time high every 4-year cycle. And I'll explain that in the end of the video. So we talked about the weekly RSI getting rejected up here, right? Once we cross this, then I'll consider, once we open and close a weekly up above this range on the RSI, the weekly RSI, right? Then I would consider maybe the false bottoms in, and we still have another lower to go. But in my opinion, the false bottom hasn't even set yet. I think that's going to be around 75 to 8,500. I'll give you the time frames of that towards the end of the video. All right, let's take a look at what's going on. So obviously we got rejected at the 13 EMA. No surprise. We had called this. I told you when I was laddering in my shorts from 17.9 to 18.4. I got quite a few in there. They're doing pretty well right now. We also talked about once we broke below this, what's our next measured move down from there is around 15.9 to 16,000, right? Should probably get a bounce there. Where do we bounce to? Back up to retest this trend line most likely. And as of right now, this trend line, depending on how quick it was to get up there, this is the 4-hour chart, would be around 17.3, 17.4. That should be our major resistance if we do get a bounce up here, right? So just be aware of that. Be careful. Also looking at the 4-hour, you can see we broke trend down here. Coming back up to retest this would match up with that 17.3 to 17.4 if we do get a bounce. You guys know the markets like to try to rally on Fridays. We'll see if they're able to do that or not. The next major line of support to watch for, major line, is around 15.3. You guys know I've had this weekly 14.5 bounce area for a long time. I think we see that by the end of this year. Possibly not, but I still am sticking to my charts, guys. I've been sticking to this the whole time. We've had this weekly measured move on the weekly at about 14.5 for months, right? Months and months. I think since like July or something. We'll take a look at that in the weekly chart. But if that is the break, then our next level is just a measured move of this range. Comes down to about 12.5, right? So that's another area to watch. But first, I'd have to see it break through the 14.5. Now, what would make this super bullish? Well, if we got back above this 18.4, we would get, that would be around 20,700. But again, I don't think we're going to see, now this is my opinion, and if it makes you mad, it shouldn't, because usually if you're getting mad at something, it's just because you don't like what you hear. But if you don't think I'm right, it shouldn't make you mad. You should just kind of laugh it off and la la la, right? But we may not see 20,000 for a long time, and I'll show you why. This is the daily chart, right? This is our daily chart we've had forever. And this is why I had that 18.4 to 18.5 range looking for a rejection, right? It was the breakdown of this triangle right here. We did break down, right? We came back right to, and I have not moved. Well, this one's different, but I have not moved this since we broke over here. I just kept running it across this line, looking for a great short opportunity, which we got. And if we are to break up above this white trend line here, and I'll show you what that is. It's just a channel right here. If we are able to break above that, and right now that's around 19,973. If we break above that, then we can start to look at the bullish case, right? But so far, guys, we've just been in a downtrend. You should have been looking for, you got to trade the trend, right? The trend is down. Look for pumps to short. Look for pumps to short. Look for pumps to get into resistance after old support, like right here, short, right? That is how you make money in a bear market. And you trade until the trend ends. And like I said, it's a macro downtrend. It'll take a long time to find that. So this blue line right here in the daily, we came back up. We almost retested it, not quite, and got rejection. So I showed you yesterday, if we go off this peak here, then, you know, then it did retest. But if by chance we do get a huge pump, I don't see it get a bump above these levels on the RSI and get another downfall. But you can see I went off these two lows here. Put this trend line on your charts right on the daily. If we break here and close below, that's super, super bearish, guys, for Bitcoin. I think we come down back to these levels within the next couple weeks. Like I said, probably before the end of the year, looking for that 14.5. If that breaks, much, much lower. What's the measured move of this triangle? Measured move of this triangle is right there around 8,000. So again, we'll take a look at the timing on this and what I'm expecting here in a minute. If you guys are interested in trading, definitely check out Prime XBT. Links down below. You can trade Forex, gold, silver, oil, S&P, everything all from one exchange. All these assets here, you can use Bitcoin to trade it. You could trade against Ethereum or whatever you want. Definitely check them out. By far my favorite exchange. They don't trade against you. They do sponsor my channel, so I do appreciate that. But check them out if you haven't. Definitely worth the look. There is a contest section right here where you can literally trade with no risk. It's for free. They give you a fake account, but you can actually, if you win those trade contests, you can actually win tradable money that you can keep the profits once you trade it. So check it out. All right, looking at the monthly, right? We've had this monthly trend line. Once this broke, I said it was in big trouble. We are still below this. So unless the monthly gets above this and opens and closes a monthly above, still bearish, big time. All right, and here is kind of the time frame on here. And I'm going to show you guys, this chart is super old. We've had it here forever. All our targets hit, right? Our one target right here, right? This rising channel where everybody got super bullish up here just to get wrecked. And once it broke, I told you up in here, once it broke, we had a target of 20,507 or something around in that area. Go back and check my previous videos, but we called it way ahead of time, nailed it. Then we just made another bear flag here. Before this broke, we called this one at 17.5, nailed it, right? And then this one here, if we look at this as just another bear flag, that gets us down to around the 8,500. But the 14.5, the reason I have that in here is because of this rising broadening wedge, right? The measured move from where it broke down gets us to that 14.5, 14.7 range. Still looking for that. Now, could this have been the false or the let me move this out of the way. Could this have been it right here? Possibly. I still think we make that little lower low, maybe bounce around this area for a while. But guys, overall, I think it's going to look something like this. Middle or end of 2023, all the way down to 35 to 4,500 is a good possibility. But again, on the weekly, if we break this trend line and open and close above it and get, support, then that may be the bottom. But unless that happens, I'm not considering this the bottom in any way, shape, or form. Now, before we get into the Binance chart, we'll also be taking a real quick look at Ethereum, real quick look at Litecoin, real quick look at the Dow Jones, at the DXY. So before we do that, check out my wife's webpage, inkyourimage.com. Awesome stuff on here, guys. She literally does it all herself. She can put anything you want on any of this stuff. If you guys have trouble with divergence, there is a mousepad divergence cheat sheet. A lot of people have been buying that. I've gotten a lot of feedback. They like to have it next to them on their computer. So just something to check out. Also, great gift ideas for Christmas. So, all right, looking at FTT over here, you can see the structure, right? I think we're seeing the same thing in BNB. Binance could be in serious trouble. Now, I'm not saying that they are 100%, but I'm saying by looking at the charts, as you guys know, we like to watch the charts. Don't care about the news, watch the charts, right? So, yeah, it's looking really, really bad. You can see once this trend broke over here, like right here, we bounced around this area for a while, so we may stay in these ranges for a little bit before the next leg down. And then we'll range for a while. And that might get us into, March or April of next year to come crashing down, right? And I'll show you that. It matches up with Bitcoin. Ethereum, as you guys know, my next target's around 930, and then we have the 280. The really, really bad news could get down under 20 bucks, right? It's definitely a possibility, guys. Something to watch out for. Yeah, just be careful. This is my other Ethereum chart where we had measured moves, just like in Bitcoin, where they've all hit. Our next one here is 817. Let me put that right there. Yeah, 817-ish to 700 is this range here. Once that breaks, then looking for the 253. And like I said, it could get much worse than that, so just be careful. Litecoin, as you guys know, looking for us to come back down, retest the bottom of this wedge, maybe get a bounce around this area for a little bit, around the 50 to 52 bucks. Once that breaks, 23 to 25 is my next target. If that breaks, 10 or 11 bucks easily. Dow is coming down hard. And if you guys watched, for about a month, I had this target up here at 34.7. I also had one down here at the 34.4. These were just fib levels, but this one right here was a golden pocket. We nailed it, and you can see what's happening now, guys. This is not good for the markets. Biggest money grab in history in all the markets, meaning I think they're taking all your money, guys, but there's huge opportunity to come at the end of this, right? If you get in at the bottom or start averaging in at the bottom, which I don't think we're anywhere near right now, then there is life-changing wealth. But to buy up here, it may be a long, long time before the market ever gets back up to these ranges, right? Just like Bitcoin, and I'll show you that. So this is the DXY. You guys know I'm super bullish on the DXY, and I'm just going to show the weekly. This is why I'm bullish, been bullish for a long time. Right here, 2000 or back in the 80s, I think we're going to see something like this, right? Same type market, same type environment in the markets. This is just a measured move from the break of this wedge, getting us up to around 170 to 180 range. But our major resistance is 122, which I do think we will see sometime in the beginning of next year, right? This is the .com scam washout, the big bubble back here, back in the 2000. I showed you guys this chart on December 2nd, 2021, and posted a video. I'll leave that at the end of the video. Watch up top. You'll see the screen pop up. You can check it out yourself. I warned of this happening, and I told you guys how bubbles pop, right? You get big drops, and then you get little rallies after them, relief rallies. Everyone stays bullish. They don't sell. Then they make a lower low. They wish they would have sold. Come back up. Everyone gets bullish again. It's going to new all-time high. Bottom is in. Boom. Make another lower low. Same thing we're doing here, guys. Exact same thing. I've warned and warned and warned of this. And if you look at the RSI here, once we break this RSI, that's the false bottom, right? Which I think is going to be around 75 to 8,500. Could be even a little bit lower. And when? I think that'll be sometime in February, January or February, somewhere in this range. We'll get a big rally, which it looks tiny, right? But that's like 100% rally. So looking for rejection sometime in April, somewhere in there. We'll keep a close eye on it. Make sure you're subscribed. Don't forget, guys, smash those thumbs up. Anyways, and then we come down to make our ultimate low down here, right? And that false bottom will be notified by breaking this trend right here on the weekly, which will make everyone bullish. That's why it's false bottom, right? But it would be a good area to enter in and, you know, get into, if you're going to get into some long trades, start looking for them down in this area, or if you're going to buy, and then maybe trail it with stop losses in case that is the bottom, you know, and then you caught it. But if you're trailing it with stop losses, you get stopped out and it does make lower lows, you get better buying opportunities, right? So here is the Amazon is in blue, right? Everything's lining up, time, everything. This is both the weekly charts. So why I said we may not see 20,000 again until 2024 or 2025. If you look right here, this is where it was around 20,000, right? And if you come over to here, that would be April of 2025 before that even breaks 20,000, right? But you can see how much time it'll spend down to these ranges. Now let's take a look at Amazon compared to Bitcoin chart, right? Here you go. So if it was to play out similar, right, it would look something like this: 35 to 4,500 mid to end of 2023, 35 to 4,500 mid to end of 2025, then to come back down 14 to 20K middle or end of 2028, and then 58 to 55 to 65K middle or end of 2029. And then, so that would be 10, excuse me, guys. It would be 10 years until it breaks the all-time high. Does that have to happen? Absolutely not. But so far, this is the way I'm playing it. 10-year plan. Yeah, it's looking good, guys. There's tons of opportunity here. So if this makes you scared, then you shouldn't be in the markets, because this is how markets work, guys. They don't just moon all the time. And how many times have you heard the Moon Boys call the bottom all the way down? Tons. They'll call it plenty more times. I do not think it's in. I'll let you know when I think it is. But like I said, look how long this bottom takes to form. This was from 2001 all the way to 2002. Over a year it ranged in here, right? It made kind of an inverse head and shoulders, which is probably something like what we'll see here. So again, guys, be careful, be cautious, smash those thumbs up, leave your comments down below. Let me know what your ideas are. Do you think this could possibly play out? Do you think I'm crazy and we're going to see new all-time highs in the next halving cycle? Let me know what you think, guys. I'm out. Have a great week.